Well, anyone who lives in Hampton Roads knows that we're impacted by water. We constantly talk about our economy being three legs of a stool, being tourism, the ports, and the military. All three of those are impacted by water. Every time we have a nor'easter, every time we have storm surge from a hurricane, we have flooding throughout the cities of Hampton Roads. And we need to be able to respond to that. One of the things that the committee that I chair, Joint Commission on Flooding, addresses is how we're going to do that moving forward. Well, I think that right now we're still looking for solutions. I think we've studied this problem to death. Now we need to take and look at how we adapt to living with the water. The water doesn't care whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. All the water cares about is causing damage to our area. And so as we look at that moving forward, we've been working closely with the Army Corps of Engineers, with the 14 different localities that make up our area to try and come up with solutions to solve this problem. As people remember just from the latest storm, Joaquin, that we saw pictures all through Norfolk, Virginia Beach of the storm surge, the waters, the first responders wading through the water to rescue people from their cars. Depends on the area. So, we're a pretty flat area in Hampton Roads, particularly Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and so it doesn't take much of a storm surge to cause problems. But also we have aging infrastructure that we need to fix, and so that's also impacted by the storm surge. I think the most important thing that we need to do is start working together. We've seen multiple times. 2008, there was a governor's commission that came up with some really good recommendations. Those were put on a shelf and no action was taken. We haven't seen any corresponding legislation that came out of that recommendations. I think now that we're further along, we see the localities taking some initiative on this. The state is now, from a legislative perspective, looking very closely at this, and the governor's continuing to work on his climate change commission to come up with recommendations. I think the key is that we as a state need to function together, the state government working with localities to make our argument for why we need more resources from the federal government to solve some of these problems. We have specific strategic problems. The largest military base in the world is located in Norfolk. The largest naval base in the world is located in Norfolk. If the sailors can't get to the ships, that's a strategic problem for the United States. I think it's both money and plans. I think that first of all, we have to come up with prioritization. There's always more to do than there is money to do it with. And so what is going to give us the project that gives us the biggest bang for the buck? How do we best use folks' money to help people protect property and protect lives? I think it's really important. I think quite clearly that the flooding does not matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. It doesn't matter. We know that in our area, Hampton Roads, that the land is sinking as quickly as the seas are rising. We're faced with both those dilemmas. That's going to continue. It's not going to stop. Doesn't matter what your politics are on the issue. The water's getting higher and the land's getting lower, and we're going to have to take and deal with that. We need to work together to do that.